Hello and welcome to the Hype Academy. On this video, we'll be covering configuration of your game, so stick together with me and let's dive in, shall we? So first thing first, on the gameplay settings, we have basic, and we have a few settings here that might be interested. Auto sprint is like when you press the W key, you will automatically run after a few milliseconds of delay. So it's not that useful. Like I can just double tap shift and it will be faster than using this configuration. So it's up to you to decide. We also have a crouch mode, which is tap and hold. If you choose the tap version, you just click C and it will be crouch. If you choose the hold mode, you just need to keep holding the C button or the crouch button on your game to be crouching. The problem is if you slide and then ADS, you'll be crouching no matter what configuration you're on. Your character will be crouched, and you will need to tap C again to lift yourself up. And we also need to talk about this three configurations here. Sprinting interrupts crouching, reloading, and using medical items. This is very important since we need to be mobile on the battlefield, otherwise you're gonna get cooked. So remember to keep these things on. Auto open doors could be detrimental to you since the doors are indestructible and they can be used as a shield. So if you have a enemy on the other side, maybe not turning this thing on would be ideal for that scenario, but that will be totally on you. I am recommending that you leave this thing off. Auto jump, turn this thing off. It is very detrimental to you, because if you run up to an obstacle that you can vault, the character will automatically vault it, and you might be on a line of fire if you do that. So yes, really bad scenario to go on. And we have tap to jump into a zip line. It is useful, I would say, but I don't think this could be useful because you may be on a scenario that you need to make a movement and there's a zip line near to you. So if you press the jump button and the zip line is near to you, well, you're gonna use the zip line and you can be very vulnerable on that state. So be mindful of that if you have this thing on. The other two options don't do anything. Let's go to battle info. We have auto mark enemies, auto mark items, and hide teammates' names. Well, the first option is a no-brainer. When you hit someone, they will be spotted on a minimap. And auto mark items is like when you pass through a loot, your character will automatically like mark ammunition, weapons, and medical items. I mean, you can just say, hey, there's things here that you might want to use to your teammates, or just ping the loot and say, hey, there's stuff here, there's ammo, there's healing, there's a gun. So this option is like not very useful. High teammate's name, you get more view but less info on what is going on around you, because the teammates will only be displaying on the minimap, and on the game there will be just a dot that could be like not seen for you because they're kind of transparent, but you get more view on what's going on around you. So the names that are on top of the heads are gone, and you get more view. So this option is good for if you are a veteran. But if you are a beginner on this game, I would recommend you to not turn this thing on, because this could be detrimental to your awareness, because you could be like shooting your own teammates or avoiding to shoot enemies thinking they are teammates. On the minimap zoom, we have 20 and the max of 100. Keep on 20 because you can have the biggest field of view on your minimap. You can spot there. I am not seeing the tunnel on 100, but with 20 I can see the whole tunnel. So that's a very good option. Keep that on 20. Battle feedback, I prefer the 2D because it's easier to pinpoint where I'm getting shot from. We also have low reserves warning, which is for ammunition. We have hit color feedback. We have red and green. Is up to you to choose. I prefer red. Items, we have display max recommendation, display low notes recommendation. I have this thing off because I know what I need. Consecutive use of meds, I keep this thing off because when I'm on a safe zone, I need to heal myself once and get as far as I can before I need to heal again. So if I have this thing on, I would be needed to cancel my healing, and then I'll be like more vulnerable and I'll waste time and I'll be inhaling more gas. So this thing is kinda bad for me, so I prefer to keep this thing off. And we have quick throw, it doesn't work. So I just kept that on, but like you can put it off, on, it doesn't work, this thing. We have auto pickup. Keep this thing as it is because otherwise you're gonna have some trouble. Combat controls, we have ADS mode, tap and hold, no brainer. And we have skill keybinds. Well, this thing is if you have a character that has two skills, like Nova. She has a gas grenade and an inhale passive. Like you can inhale the gas and gain him some movement speed. This configuration will enable you to just press the V key and equip the gas grenade and inhale it more faster than just like selecting the skill and pressing the passive ability. So yes, this covered the gameplay aspect. Let's go to the controls. It's a no-brainer. You do what you feel more comfortable with. On the sensitivity, just pick up the one that you like the most. On my case, I put everything on 60. If you are having trouble with picking up your sensitivity, just play with the low, medium, or high presets, and then if none of that works, go to the one that you are more comfortable with and start tweaking it until you get a good sense. So yes, this is my configuration. As you can see, everything has the same value because I want to be more consistent, and I find this sensitivity way more comfortable than others. Graphics, presets, this thing is for you to analyze your computer and see what configurations it's better for you. I just need to clarify one thing for you. Standard is 60 FPS, high is 120, and ultra is 240. On the current update, I believe AMD's graphics cards are having trouble running the game because they can't like get ultra FPS, like 240 FPS consistently. Like it sometimes will glitch out and you'll be stuck with 120. I don't know what is going on with the game right now, but it's something like that. And sometimes the window option will be the only one that you would be able to run this game on 240 FPS. If you put on full screen, it will either lock you on 60 FPS or 120. I don't know why the game does that, but yes, it does. It is doing that. On graphic qualities, we have low, medium, and high. Choose the one that gives you more FPS. We have FOV. If you have trouble with FPS, just lower the FOV and you'll get more FPS. Display weapon customization. This helps all the hard drive and you're having trouble to load the game. So this thing might actually work and favor for you. So we have another option here, which is filter. We have default, vivid, cold, and candid. I prefer cold because it highlights the enemies better than other filters. Like the vivid is beautiful for like YouTube and thumbnails, but the color distortion is way too high on this filter, and also it hurts my eyes on the long term. So I prefer to keep this thing off and switch to cold, which is better. Candid is also good for skins, but not so good for view. And yeah, we have detailed animation. This might increase your FPS, but I didn't get any results with it. Not really. It didn't change that much. So this is everything you need to know about settings of Bloodstrike. If you have any doubts, just leave it on the comments. Thank you so much and have a nice day. See you on the next one.